Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm back again with another video. Today I just want to talk briefly about the situation in Yemen. It's not getting much coverage in the news in any news outlet or channel. So I'll just give a quick brief summary of what's going on. If anyone remembers the Arab Spring, where a lot where many Arab countries had uprisings against their president or prime minister. Libya had one, Egypt had one, Tunisia had one, Jordan had one, and Yemen had one also. So um, so in 2012, the Houthi rebels uh, deposed of the Yemeni president, who was president of Yemen since I think it was in 1990. So from 1990 to 2012. Sorry. So from 1990 to 2012, 22 years, he was a president of the Republic of Yemen. So the situation is the the Saudis and the Emirates, the UAE, they don't like the fact that the Houthi rebels are backed by Iran. At least on the surface, they're backed by Iran. Anyway, I'll get to that towards the end of the video. Uh, so Saudi and UAE, they see that as a threat to their hegemony in the region. Uh, they see Iran's backing of the Houthi rebels as as Iran extending its power right through the region, which they're always wary of. So UAE and Saudi, they're funding little groups within Yemen uh, to uh, to attack and destroy the Houthi rebels. Saudi Arabia back a few years ago was given $900 billion in arms by America, right, for this war. UAE from 2015 to 2019 was the eighth largest importer of arms in the world, which I only found out about yesterday when I was doing research for this video. I had no idea that UAE was such a large weapons importer. No idea at all. So UAE and Saudi, they're trying to curtail these Houthi rebels who are backed by Iran. Uh, things at the core, these rebels are funded by America and Britain. Britain mainly. Britain has a lot more power throughout the world than and a lot more influence than most people give Britain credit for. I'll explain that in one of my later videos. So uh, so at the core, like if you think about it, the Houthi rebels, who the Sauds and the Emirates are fighting against, are backed by the British. UAE and Saudi Arabia, they were created and they were created by the British and then backed by the British as well. So Saudi Arabia was only created after World War One, right? Out of the Ottoman Empire and was created as a British proxy, so Britain can indirectly control the Muslim world. UAE, that was also set up by the British. Majority of the buildings that you see going up in Dubai, and all the construction work, all the motorways, everything is all financed and set up by the British, believe it or not. So you have two. So you have rebels who are funded by the British, and you have two nations who were created and set up by the British fighting these rebels that were created by the British anyway. It's divide and conquer again. It's how Britain divided up the Muslim world, divided up Africa, right? All those, right? All just a few centuries ago. Well, the Ottoman Empire, that was only last century. That was only after the war, but that's what Britain has been doing for ages. Divide and conquer. They're still doing it now. They're funding this group and then funding this group and then making them fight each other, and then they run off with all the resources and wealth, and that's what maintains their power throughout the region. That's what maintains their power throughout the world. That's why they're successful. That's why they're so successful, right? Not because of not necessarily because they're the smartest or anything like that, but because they're the most craftiest, they're the most cunning. They know how to set one person against the other. That's what this war is about. And it's right. It's horrible what's going on in Yemen. It's the largest crisis on the planet at the moment. The population is only what, 28 million? Half of the population, so about 14 million, are on the brink of starvation. 85% are relying on aid. All the infrastructure, all the institutions, the hospitals, the schools, they're pretty much wrecked. Right? They're reliant on aid. On top of that, you have a cholera uh, uh, pandemic or epidemic. I'm not sure which term is correct. You also have the coronavirus that's now hitting as well. So they're literally on the brink of extinction. Do you know what the Prophet Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said about the people of Yemen? Right, he goes, these are the people of faith. He also said in another hadith that that I'm not a Yemeni, but the Yemenis are in me. I'm not from the Yemenis, but the Yemenis are in me. So they have a, so the those people have a high status. The Prophet Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave these people such a high status, and right now they're on the brink of extinction by British proxy. Right, that's just a quick summary of what's going on. If right, if you think this video is helpful, is informative, like, share, and I'm gonna be setting up a YouTube channel within the next few days, and all my videos are gonna be uploaded on there. So if you find my videos informative and helpful, uh, don't be afraid to subscribe. All right, assalamu alaikum.